mentioned that social media sharing is important. What if you have policies in place that don't allow you to participate in social media? What would you recommend in place of that?
So I'm just going to repeat that question so everyone can hear. So the question is really related to SEO and social media, and if your organization or your company has policies perhaps against doing things like that, what are some things they can do?
Yeah, I would change the policy. Really at this point, if you don't have a good social media policy that encourages, I think Cleveland Clinic probably has one of the best where they have some really great kind of self-policing. Last time I read it, just familiar with it. To give your employees the tools to make good, responsible decisions about how to share and how to talk about your organization. And anybody who's still got their head in the sand about that at this point really needs to step back and think it's too important now to still have that attitude about social.
So I would encourage you to educate your executives. Too often some of these decisions are made out of misinformation. I won't go so far as to say ignorance, but to Dave's point, business models change, time changes. You only to look at the demise of Borders, who I love. It kills me that the demise of bookstores and they're disappearing. I love bookstores, but that's a business model that has sailed and gone. And social media is an example of a phenomenon in our industry that you can't ignore. So I would encourage you to educate your executives and make sure that they fully understand. Sometimes there's regulatory reasons for making decisions, but all too often they're done in a vacuum of misinformation.
And beyond that, I'll add one more thing. So a lot of times that policies, that kind of thing comes into place because they're afraid that people are just going to spend all day wasting time checking their social media all day at work, right? And so that's where a lot of it comes from. And there's a couple studies that have to dig it up for you, but it actually, what it does is it makes those people just work that much harder to figure out how to screw off. They're going to find a way anyway, so what they do is instead they go to the bathroom on their iPhone for 20 minutes longer, and they check their Facebook there, so they're actually not even at their desk. So it actually can do more harm.